So it is no secret that I was pretty much your basic knuckle dragger before getting into all this. I spent all my money on guns and knives and outdoor equipment. Love the outdoors, always have. Grew up in the outdoors. And then the military, expanded my knowledge somewhat. I've spent a ton of money on different types of cameras since I started doing this. I've got every kind of camera you can imagine. Got a really nice Lumix with a huge gimbal that is a real pain in the butt to carry around in the woods. Very high quality video though, high quality zoom, GoPros, little bitty Thiutech gimbal cameras, little body cameras, trail cameras, you name it. I have bought it since I started doing this. We've been very successful. We've also been very lucky. But as successful as we have been, I will never be able to erase the feeling of standing 50 feet away from one of these creatures in the middle of the day while it's standing in the open and not being ready. I was filmed, I tell a story all the time, over and over again. GoPro on the back, put my phone in my pocket. That doesn't do anybody any good. Doing this, none of us have ever just wanted to say, hey, look, I'm just an amazing person. You just need to believe me, It's always been about trying to prove it. Prove these things are real to other people. And that day was amazing in so many ways. Standing there with Joe and then later Scott, and all three of us having two different sightings. I say that all the time. But we weren't ready. Not as ready as we should have been. And it's mainly because it was so unexpected. Like we were done for the day. Thought we'd been out there too long, made too much noise. It's the middle of the day, there's no way these things are gonna come walking up on us. And it happened. So this is a call out to all of you audio video people. Like I was saying before, guns and knives. I've had to learn all the other stuff. The cameras, computers, programs. I had no experience with any of it. 3 years ago, maybe a little less than that. I mean, we've had this group together and been real serious about it for a little over a year now. I was doing my own thing before, but I was just using my cell phone. What I want to accomplish is probably some type of backpack rig to where I can wear it, and I have 3 or 4 cameras that video constantly and cover 320 degrees, possibly. I do not want to use 360 cameras. It's way too fisheye. So think 3 to 4 cameras mounted on a backpack. I'll give you what my ideal setup would be. 4 cameras mounted on a backpack. Really good video quality. Ability to zoom in for each individual camera. It'd be really great to have night vision on those cameras, but we'll get to that. It doesn't have to be on the backpack rig. and the ability for them to run on a separate battery, like a rechargeable battery, something like that. Something that's gonna last a long time. I do not have to be able to watch the videos in real time. They can be, SD cards. That's what I would like to accomplish first. Buying all these different, battery's dying. All these different cameras and rigging them different ways and everything else is just not good enough. I don't want to miss that shot again. Secondary, 4 cameras, 3 to 4 cameras covering 360 degrees, mountable on some type of pole system. Something I could mount on top of the vehicle, something that you could set up in camp. You just turn on the cameras and let it go. That would need to have night vision on it. I know some of you know way more than I do about cameras. So if you can, if you have time, just think about what the best options to accomplish that. Quality video in 360 degrees, in walking through the woods, sitting at camp, and I would like to be able to do it from a vehicle. Vehicle isn't necessarily, doesn't have to happen. So if any of you can figure out a way I can accomplish that, reasonably cheap, not super expensive. This is one of those things where maybe somehow talk about gathering funding. We never have taken a dime from doing this. I pay out monthly just to be able to do it. We make no money. Never wanted a dime back because I love doing this and I believe in what we're doing. But something like that's gonna be pretty expensive. So I don't know, we'll visit that when we get a price tag. Not super worried about it because I know it's possible and I know it can happen. But I know some of you that are listening to this video right now have way more experience than me. If you want to learn how to be the best at anything in life, you go to the best and try to learn what they know. And I know I am nowhere near the best when it comes to cameras or audio video stuff. So if any of you guys would like to sit down and talk about it, come up with a plan, design something, I would love it. We're gonna get them on camera one way or another. So